Pam wants you. She explained why, but I couldn't figure it out.
You're the real deal. You actually made it inside the Institute.
Confirming presence of rogue variable. Mission details commencing. After the combat action at Bunker Hill, a statistically significant number of Courser sightings have been reported. Conclusion. The Institute is actively looking for railroad assets. Stopgap solution. Terminate Courser threats whenever possible.
Seems logical to me.
This unit's logic circuits are fully functional. Target designated Courser Alpha is in a defended location with lower generation synth targets. Eliminate Courser variable, leaving no survivors. End of discussion.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
Where'd you hear that?
Deacon brought it to my attention. And, as usual, he won't give up his source.
It's all true.
Deacon says you used teleportation. I can't imagine. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
I'll work with you then.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute, who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the codename Patriot. So you need to infiltrate the Institute and make contact with Patriot.
How do I make contact?
Tom devised a way to send a message to Patriot. We can plant a coded message on an Institute terminal. And, if all goes well, he'll respond. Just see Tom, and you can proceed from there.
Hey, it's Fixer! Fixer's back! Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing... something.
Oh, man, you were actually there? Inside the belly of the beast? No time for that, though. Let's set you up to contact Patriot. I got here one genuine Tinker Tom special. Just load her up onto a holotape, plug her into any Institute terminal, and execute.
Nothing.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. Reporting status. All functions normal.
Greetings, ma'am.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
At full capacity. All systems nominal. Scanning. Subject identified.
I took care of the courser.
Mission's outcome correctly predicted. Warning. Odds of more coursers being discovered are
Something so
extremely
big.
high. Reward
I can't
for
ask
service
people
delivered.
secrets. The rumor is true. Our agents have made it.
Ham.
Systems locked. Building statistical log for Operation Tea Party.
Device assembled. After the device was assembled, she made it inside the Institute, and then back out. Where is the Institute? We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did she find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I would. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of, so get it done.
I'm very busy. Unless you need my medical expertise, please bother someone else.
Hear anything?
Nothing that would interest you. Now, let's...
Not today.
All right.
Desdemona has an op for you.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the proper information. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate.
Not as much as I'd appreciate, but here we are. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move. We don't want them getting... Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
It's stuck.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report,
Hey,
sir. I
it's
carried
me.
out my duties.
So
as
you're the
usual.
one who sent the
Dr. Ayo
encrypted
saw you
message.
accessing
How
the
did you even
terminal.
do that?
You know
I wasn't
you are
sure
not
anyone on the
permitted to
surface would have a
access
chance to
terminals
crack
in that
Trinity.
section.
You know,
Is
the
Dr.
encryption
Ayo
algorithm.
mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow. Your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
It switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. Z-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z-1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z-1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z-1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago. but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
For goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me, now open this door. What's the use?
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
I'm sure they'll calm.
I know these men, and I can assure you they are completely serious.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Movement detected. Curious. Attacking. Sustaining damage.
Sweet. That's it.
Negative sensor read. Weapons cold. Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Got it.
Area not secure. Repeat. Area not engaging hostile.
Terminal's gotta be somewhere. I'm in.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressed?
Hey, Doc.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
You'd rather everyone fight over the job? Is that what's best for the—
I agree that the transition will be chaotic, but eventually, a leader will emerge from that chaos. Then, things will return to normal, and the work will resume.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Bravo. I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
There's no need to drag this out. I believe they learned their lesson.
Your compassion and understanding speak well of you. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
I'm not gonna stay somewhere what's wrong with you don't move on.
Virgil.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable.
And serve.
Restrictive exon strands have formed.
Was that you, boss?
Yes. It seems to have matured nicely.
How are you going to test it?
On myself, of course. That was the plan. This serum will only counteract the specific strain of FEV that I infected myself with. There's no telling what it might do to anyone else. All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
How long will it take?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever been tried before. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
My skin may not be perfect, but I'd rather it didn't get any worse.
We're all the sense got.
Des has something urgent for you.
Have you met with Patriot yet?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Bet you never met a synth before Glory.
We've got an emergency.
Recalibrating using new data. Set.
Pam.
Preliminary analysis. analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
What can you tell me about Cambridge Polymer?
Cambridge Polymer Labs, LLC, had several active military contracts, specializing in robotics. The region is currently classified as extremely dangerous.
After you get the password report back here. With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
The sooner we get out of this radiation, the better. Cambridge Polymer Lab. The cutting edge of decrepit.
Hey, Dad. Des is looking for you. Hey, Dez is looking for you. When running synths out of the wealth, wastelanders can be a bigger problem than even the Institute.
I hope to God the Institute doesn't find us here. At least not soon.
Tinker Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time.
I got the Code Defender password for Patriot.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
That's a bold plan.
We can't waste this opportunity. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Z1 seems capable of that.
We always thought Patriot was the savior of the synths. But it may be more accurate to say that Z1 is. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
I traded some lead with the Courser outside Dayton. Watch your six out there.
We got a lot of synths in play right now. Makes things really dangerous.
Use the back entrance. Too much traffic to the church. And we'll burn this hideout. Word is Diamond City is under opposition control.
All processes are busy.
Hi.
Make sure you're never following him. It's all our asses if you are.
Pam.
Solving for Theta N when I approaches probability bounds.
I suppose you're here for my medical services. Let's see what's wrong with you today.
Glad you're with us. You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scammer.
Heads up.
Tom's
One
got
more
more
hour
goodies in
until
stock.
my shift
Check with
ends.
him.
Anything to report from the Institute?
I still can't believe the Institute's father is my son.
I cannot imagine what that's like. But remember, under your son's watch, the Institute has committed many atrocities. If he learned you were trying to free synths, he could do something drastic. As callous as this sounds, this connection to Father is something you can use to maintain your cover and buy time for Z1.
Desdemona.
Any news from the Institute?
My son is dying. They want me to take over the Institute.
For the grieving mother, my heart goes out to you. But make no mistake about it. Your son is the enemy. And even if you're put in charge of our enemies, you can't change their nature. They're a slave-based society. Our only chance to free our people is to use your new influence to further our plans.
Excuse me.
You need anything?
Any news from the Institute?
You really walked the Freedom Trail? By yourself?
Are you injured? It's a wonder you and Glo-
What are you talking about? They're acting the same as they do
C1?
every day.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. I can get the 13 we discussed into position. But, tell me, do
And
you
you're
think
sure
Mr.
about
Benet's
that?
plan will work?
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone. But since we'll have to fight for it.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. And I know of a few others that might as well. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps if we stand up openly to the scientists, more of my people would join us. Yes. Even if most don't join the fight, certainly there are many others who have been waiting their whole lives for this. But we should be prepared for some of the synths to fight against us.
All people want to be free. They just need the opportunity to take it.
If the railroad inspires everyone like you do, the SRB is wise to fear you. You will give my people an opportunity, and they will flock to us. I admire Mr. Benet a great deal. We can't tell him about this plan. It's his people we'll be fighting. I will talk to my friends. Meet me here tomorrow. If I don't make our appointment, assume the worst.
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Liam, I got you your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming. Even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
This is a delicate operation.
Good question. If we find ourselves in that position, we pull the plug and wait for another opportunity. We can't risk anyone's life over this.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
Liam.
That project you helped with. It's coming along. You understand, right?
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it... It's back where it belongs. Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
You showed a lot of leniency with Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loki.
C1?
I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and a couple other things.
Couldn't we just steal some weapons?
All munitions are tightly guarded by the SRB. Even if we manage to take some, it would certainly be noticed. And surprise is essential to everything.
Go on.
The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. And thanks to Mr. Benet, the construction crew is populated solely by my friends. But they're under constant supervision. How do you feel about killing some guards?
I'll do it. If it's necessary.
We could come up with no other way. After you eliminate the guards, we'll move the supplies and blow up the tunnels behind us. To the SRB, it will be a tragic construction accident that killed many synths. rare, but not unheard of. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we need. Good luck.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
G981 is our shift leader.
Please direct all inquiries to G981.
All systems nominal. Operate.
Leave now. Soon, this will all be under rubble. Remember Z1's plan,
Just keep
everyone.
talking if you can.
Grab
I'm
everything
afraid
you
this
can use.
may be rather painful.
The crates, especially.
Don't worry about it, Doc. Anesthetic would lower your blood pressure too much, and I need you to remain conscious.
You already explained all that. It's gonna be worth it, right?
Oh, most definitely. These implants are much more advanced than anything you've had before. Dr. Walter is very pleased with you. The Gen 3 synth program is finally making progress, thanks to the genetic material you recovered.
You talking about that kid we got from the vault?
Yes, a perfectly unspoiled DNA sample. Now this next part is especially delicate, so if you can please look straight into the light.
Thanks and Logan.
Should everything be purple?
Oh, that's just a calibration error. How about now?
Better.
I'm just glad to have a chance to test these on a
Weapon construction will begin immediately.
Normally, the directors are very touchy about allowing this kind of technology.
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remaining is keeping all of this secret from the SRB. So we're being very careful, which unfortunately takes time. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Virgil.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is incredible.
It is a significant first step, but it still only works on one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab.
Smells like a
help
super
yourself to any of this
mutant's armpit
junk
here.
if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.